Hello, I'm Bradley and welcome to my video. So hopefully you would have seen from my last clip I had a little bit of a wobble from having, I'd say, more of like a confidence dip. Really fancied a complete change, overhaul style of my hair, had a lot of length cut off and had a bit of a day where I realised that I could no longer, which of course I knew, but I could no longer cover my hearing aids or the tops of my hearing aids. So it was very much sort of a day where I could really feel that, wow, it's right here. I haven't got anything to sort of cover them. It was making me feel a little bit down, a little bit flat, and I did kind of in a way not necessarily regret my decision, but I really wish I'd have took some more time to think about it. Since then, I've really sort of, I suppose in a way I'm just feeling a little bit more positive. Of course, I'm really trying to work on my confidence. I mean, at the end of the day, hair means nothing, so when I'm sort of feeling like that, I do now try and sort of work out why I'm feeling that way. I mean, I've been really trying to do that over the past couple of days and kind of almost embracing my decision, and actually I do feel good. I mean, it's coming into warmer weather now, into the summer months. I haven't got such a long length of hair. It was getting a bit much around my face, and I'm starting to really feel some positive sort of starting to be a lot more positive about it. Of course, if I wanted to, hair grows, and mine unfortunately does grow quite quickly. But I'm happy at the moment, absolutely how it is. And yes, so looking back on that, I think that was just a time where I was feeling quite flat. And after the sort of the ill health on and off throughout the last months I've had, and the problems I've had, I think, to be honest, it all just came to a bit of a point where, in a way, I was kind of looking for somewhere to put that. So yes, absolutely, I do feel that I wish I would have thought about it a little bit more and probably just had a bit more of a trim rather than an absolute complete overhaul of my style. But however, I really liked how it was cut, and I certainly like the styles and things which I'm able to achieve going forward, because I've got shorter hair. So moving on. Let's move on to the style which I've got today. So I wanted to do this clip, so we've moved on, we've left those sort of thoughts now in the past. I'm happy to sort of carry on with my styles and things, and I'm really pleased with my decision, even though possibly I may wish that I wouldn't have gone so short in the decision of having my hair trimmed. But I'm happy. So today I have started with a few different products. I have again been purchasing some new products which I haven't used before. I'm really quite surprised with some of them. And let's get started. So how I've done my hair today. You might actually think that it doesn't look that short, but to be honest with you, in fact, I might just be able to pull. Yeah, absolutely. Let's pull some of the side down. So as you can see, I had it able to cover my ear. I had hair right down to here. If I wanted it sort of straight or a bit choppy or however I wanted it, these side bits were down to my ear, which you can probably understand now. I've sort of showed that it's a little bit like, it's a bit alarming to think that, goodness, I can't sort of cover that anymore. But do you know what? I really like the style. I like being able to have it shorter, and I certainly like how it feels, and it feels a lot easier, and it's a lot more quicker to style. So I'm ready to sort of have these sort of styles moving forward, and if I wanted to, of course, I could grow out again in the future. Let's carry on with what we're talking about. So he says, with a sheer of doubt in his mind, of course, sometimes I feel a bit flat, but overall, I'm really pleased with it. But he says. But anyway, no, I'm just joking around, trying to make light of it, really, to be honest with you. I've had a thought about it, and again, it's more something of my confidence, which of course I need to work on, and that will not come quickly. It's something which I need to continually work on in the future about the image of my hearing aids. I'm sure I'll feel a lot better with a shorter style when I get this wire gone and I have my new hearing aids. And unfortunately, at the moment, I'm still waiting for those new moulds, and it's taking a lot longer than I actually originally thought, and what the local hospital thought it was going to take as well. I believe I have those fitted actually later on this month, so that will be a really big thing for me. Let's get back to what we're talking about. So, new product which I actually picked up recently. I was out and about, I was in Boots, and I picked up a new product. So this one is MG, so male grooming, and this is by the men's Trevor Sorbet range. This is a shampoo I've actually bought for somebody before, but I've never actually used it myself. This style here, I have sort of chosen because rather than, of course, when I've got shorter hair, I don't need to use so much shampoo or so much conditioner or anything. So for the style I wanted today, I wanted up slightly on one side and then slightly over with that slight swoop and then just around the side here, sort of tamed over, sort of brushed over, a nice lot of texture. I've got a longer version of this style, and I very often used to wear that, so I've done a bit more of a shorter style now, and I really like this, and I like how it sort of turned out today. So I wanted to try this product first thing this morning. So this product here, so it's a thickening caffeine product, and it's for fine and thinning hair. So let's just quickly read into it a little bit. So leaves hair feeling thicker and fuller with caffeine and ginseng extracts. Helps thicken hair and cares for scalp. I'll just read a little bit more into it on the back here. So it's sulfate, sodium and paraben free. Formulation is gentle on the scalp and helps promote healthy hair. Caffeine extract stimulates roots to help promote thicker hair and add body. Ginseng extract helps promote healthier and stronger hair. Developed, tested and approved in their award-winning salons. So this product here has no nasties in it, has no sulfates, and let's just go back to it again. So it has no parabens, which I believe is none of those artificial elements which are sometimes in shampoo and conditioner, which stick to the hair, making it sort of almost giving it a false feeling of softness and sleekness. This type of product will actually work on naturally making your hair softer and feeling a lot more nicer. So what's my first thoughts using the product? I will be very honest. When I used it, first of all, it does not lather as much as what I would normally expect from a shampoo. Of course, it's sulfate free. Now that is natural for sometimes sulfate free shampoos not to be that strong on removing product, and again, not really that deep cleansing. However, I used that first thing this morning. I didn't have products in my hair at all last night. Of course, after having a shower, I shampooed my hair then. I actually used Alpazin last night. So this morning, of course, on the same trend as using a caffeine shampoo, this is not, as I will say, as invigorating and sort of so full-on deep cleansing as Alpazin, but this shampoo does boast its caffeine formulation. So of course it's really getting down to the roots, and it's helping those roots stay thick and sort of hopefully boast vigorous hair growth, and of course healthier, fuller hair growth. This product here, I had to wet my hair quite thoroughly, then I used a small amount of the shampoo and rubbing it through my hair. Straight away you notice it does not lather like a normal sort of shampoo with sulfates in. Therefore I think if I had one of my styles which I had a lot of gels or a lot of waxes or anything in, I don't think, in my honest opinion, it would be strong enough to remove that. If you only use light products, then a really great shampoo. First of all, I thought to myself when I was rubbing it through, I wasn't a big fan. I have to admit I wasn't a big fan. I was finding it slightly knotty, and I was finding the product just not near enough strong enough to cleansing my scalp. However, once I washed the product out, straight away, I've never really, when I've seen on a product where it says thickening, I never sort of get that real sort of thickening sensation. It's always that it gives you a lot more resistance in the hair. And that's what I felt straight away. So it didn't necessarily make the strands of my hair thicker, but it certainly made my hair feel more of it. For example, there was a lot more resistance in my hair from using this shampoo, and it was a lot more, in a way, a little bit more difficult to get my hands through my hair, so it wasn't sort of as sleek and sort of it didn't glide through. But it did give me a lot more resistance, and it certainly did give me a lot more structure to my hair. So from that aspect, really great if you've got a finer texture of hair. There is, as far as I'm aware, no conditioner in the men's Trevor Sorbet range. On the Trevor Sorbet range, I have seen conditioners before, but in this range, which is specifically aimed at men, there is not a conditioner with this one at all. There is a 3-in-1 product, which is sort of a washing product for your face, for your body and your hair, but I haven't tried that one, but there isn't actually a conditioner. This shampoo doesn't have very many conditioning elements in it. It does make your hair much more sort of not as smooth and not as sleek. So from that aspect, I didn't find that it would certainly be one I would use constantly in the future without something else. So this product I really liked. However, I do think if you've got a little bit more sort of unruly hair, or you need something sort of always to tame your hair back in, and I mean sort of neater, sort of manageable, that manageability in your hair to help you style it, I do think you needed something. So from that, I then moved on. Now you've seen this one a lot of times in my clips before. This is Thicker, Fuller, Thickening Spray. Now this is again from the MG Male Grooming Trevor Sorbet range, specifically aimed at men. Now this spray, what I have found is that if you spray too much, it gets a little bit oily in your hair. It's a little bit too conditioning. And that sounds strange, but there's quite a lot of oils in here. So it's a little bit too much. So I thought if my hair was a little bit resistant and almost as though that I needed some condition, a great shampoo, and if you had really short hair, you wouldn't need to worry, a really great shampoo to use. But however, for me, I needed that little bit more condition. So as soon as I used that shampoo, I then went in with this spray and sprayed it all throughout my hair, rubbed it in with my fingers and then combed it through, and it was just that bit more condition which I needed, and it was perfect. For me then, with those two, a really great product to use. So just quickly a little bit more on this one. So this is thicker and fuller thickening spray, adds body and fullness, helps thicken hair and cares for the scalp. On the back here, adds texture and thickness to hair with thickening spray, with botanical blend, multivitamin and amino acid complexes to help promote thicker and care for scalp, adds body and fullness to fine thinning hair, cruelty free and vegan. I will just notice on that, I didn't actually see the shampoo said cruelty free and vegan. No, it's not, so that's something possibly to bear in mind as well. So the spray, really did like this, and I have liked this for a long time. It really conditions the hair, I always find as well, and when you're styling your hair as that pre-styling treatment, it does create that much more thicker element in your hair, and it certainly does give you body as well. So it's a really great product, and you'll see that I've used this just as a standalone product, but I've gone into this range a little bit more. So this is a new product for me, the shampoo. I will use it in the future, but I have to say I won't be just using it on its own. It will certainly be jumping around with different conditioners, and certainly with the assistance of this spray. For me, my favourite would be the spray over the shampoo, but still a very nice product. For scent, I always find this is very herbally. It's almost like a sports sort of wash, I find, that sort of fragrance, so slight cologne, slight sort of sports elements, and it's quite herbal, sort of, you can tell there's lots of sort of herbal products in there, but still a very good product to use. I would say, in my opinion, someone for really sort of like shorter hair would be a really great product to use, someone where you didn't really have to have much time, or you didn't want to be putting too much into it. So a really great product and a really great shampoo. Moving forward, how did I style my hair? So I have used as you have probably seen in a lot of my clips, my trusty Damon radial brush. So with a blow dryer, I have lifted my hair up. Of course, it's a lot shorter now, so it doesn't take me half so long at all. I've gone in with the front here, really tried to get that lift as my hair is shorter, so it didn't take me long at all. Lifted that up, really pulled and directed that over my scalp. Done that at the side here as well, really trying to get that lift up here, and then pretty much just done on the one side there, and then just roughed it through with my fingers, finishing off drying my hair. Then I've gone in with one of my favourite products at the moment, which you have probably seen from my John Freedom Men review clip if you have seen that. This product I'm really loving at the moment. It's a lifting clay cream. It's part of the lift system. It's got keratin protein in, which helps you texture and thickens hair, and it's for all day hold. So this one here I've used just a small amount in my hand. Always use smaller because you can build that product up, you can go in for more. It's a real creamed, a really creamy sort of product, but it gives a great amount of hold first of all. So my hair's dried off. Of course, I've got the body and the texture from the spray, the Travis Sorbet thickening spray. Gone in then with the cream, John Freedom Men's cream, and this is, I will just say, this is part of the Fresh Cut styling range. So it's a product from a product range which is aimed at keep giving you that longer lasting feeling though you've just had your hair cut at the barbers. So I've rubbed that product through my hands and then rubbed it through my hair, really got down to the roots and lifted it up. It's already given me a lot of texture and a nice shape. What I've then gone in to do is just literally with one hand, as I've pulled it up on one side, really just got in that texture, and I've pulled it off to one side here, so you can see I've got my fingers in there, really lifted that up on one side. Smoothed my hair around at the back here, just towards that slight point, which I do like in my hair, just towards the nape of my neck. It's a lot shorter now, so it doesn't take a lot of effort. It doesn't certainly take a lot of time or product. So lifting that up in the front here, and then again, just sort of gliding that off to the side. And you can see I've got a lot of texture, sort of like that ruffled texture in my hair, and then I've sort of tamed it back and really sort of just smoothed it down nice and flat in the back. Doesn't take a lot as it's quite short. In the front, I've really just started to lift that up. So lifted up here in the front, slightly sort of swooped it over at the top, then the front here I've gone slightly lower and then lower again, and then around the side here, which you can see as I pulled those short bits down. As you can probably see, I've just pulled those side bits down. Of course, look, I could even sort of pull it off to the side, but for me today I have just swooped that in with the help of that cream clay product. And then from the same range, the John Frieda range, this is the humidity blocking hairspray, which again was part of my John Frieda Men's Fresh Haircut Styling product review. And this product I'm really, really liking at the moment. One thing I would just say about this product though, it is quite expensive. Both of these products are around about I believe they're £9.50 each from Boots. I'm currently buying these. However, I'm finding the hairspray, it's a 150ml. It doesn't last long. This goes really quite quickly. I have to say, this is about the second one I bought. I would say probably maybe just coming on to 3 weeks. Probably even 2.5 weeks. It goes really, really quickly. Of course, it depends how much you use it, but for me, it goes really quite quickly. But have a really great product. Of course, if it goes quickly, I'm using it quite a lot. So really great. Spread it all over my hair, and it's a real nice, like water. It's almost like a nice faint sort of water product, holding sort of hairspray, and it's really, really great. It's got a really nice masculine sort of cologne smell to it, and it's got a great hold. And just sort of move it around with your hands, sort of swoop it back. I've just done that because I pulled the side down there and I just want it to look a bit more smarter. So I've just done that now with the spray, and as you can see, really like the style going on here. Got a nice sort of texture in the back, and again to the side here, and I got that nice swoop in the front here, which I really, really like. It's much shorter, so going back to sort of drying in things, I don't have to do too much to it. I don't have to sort of lift it up with so much product, because it being shorter, it sort of supports, my hair supports itself, because my hair's quite soft and quite flat. When it gets longer, I'm sort of quite used to using so much product to get that lift and that volume in my hair, whereas now it's cut shorter, it supports itself, and I get a lot more sort of structure quite naturally from it. So hopefully you can take some tips away from what we've done there. I have got a shorter style. It is very different for me. I'm still sort of coming up with ways about styling my hair. Today I really, really like that. I haven't got it so neat with a brush or anything in the front, or a comb sort of style. I've got it sort of where I've used my fingers through to create that nice texture. Really, really like it in this style. And of course, with the haircut now at the sides, it's really, really short. I've had it blended at the sides. No longer do I have that defined line. So it being blended and really sort of blended and tapered in at the back, that nice texture in the front, I feel, looks really quite good on me. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed that. If you do see any of the tips, if you do sort of like the sound of some of the tips we've covered in the video, absolutely give them a try. And if you see the products out and about, these are actually in Boots currently at the moment. Just going through quickly, the John Frieda product range, they're about £9.50 each, and these two, the thickening spray from Trevor Sorbet Male Grooming is £7, and I believe the shampoo is around about the £7.50 mark. And yes, usually sometimes that's actually on the 3 for 2 offers as well, I do find in Boots. So yeah, really hope you enjoyed that video. I know I have. So going forward, until next time, we will see you then. Thanks very much for watching. Bye bye now.